What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay Smooth. I don't got my hat on in this one, so you seeing what my hair really look like in a fro, bro. I dyed it to blonde a couple months back, and it ruined it. So I've been letting it grow out, and so I plan on just cutting it again. I used to keep it short, but anyways, I have an idea. I have something that I want to say with y'all every time, right before I start my videos. You know, you can either do it with me or not. It all depends on you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, real quick, me, everybody. You know, if you're Muslim, if you're not Muslim, whatever. You know, I just want to kind of say a prayer before I start these videos to start it off on the right foot. So we're gonna say, Alhamdulillah. That's all we're gonna say. Just Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. All right. So I don't really know where I want to take this topic to today, but I'm gonna take it somewhere, man. I just you know, and stuttering too. Let me let y'all know another thing about stuttering. If y'all ever worry about that, the only thing that stuttering means is that your brain is just processing information faster than what you're speaking. So don't ever feel bad for stuttering. You know, that's actually a good thing. That's a sign of intelligence. It shows that your brain's working. All right. I think I want to talk about the about spirits a little bit today, though. And you know, demons and stuff like that. Like, where should I begin? All right, demons, man. Demons are tricky, man, because they really live everywhere. Like, you can't see them, but they're always there. Yeah, personally, I don't even like talking about this stuff. I was thinking about this earlier, but you know, I figured this is probably why I talk about it. All right, demons, man. A lot of people conjure them, and they don't realize that. Conjure, they stir them up. They invite them around, and they don't know how they do that. Well, that's their problem. They need to learn what their habits are, what type of energy they're manifesting, what type of good people they're talking with, bad people, just everyone in between, and what kind of content that you're consuming over the internet or Netflix, whatever, right? Like, I was hanging out with this chick. I'm just gonna say I was hanging out with this chick a couple weeks back, and she always has this down attitude, and I can't ever figure it out. Not down in a good way, like she's down for the cause or nothing. No, down as in like an off, just off beat, I'm gonna say, right? So you get around someone like that all the time, and you start to wonder why they're so off beat. You start to question it enough, you'll get to the bottom of it. I'm there hanging out with her one evening or whatever, and we're sitting there watching this movie. And it just so happened that this movie was like the most vile thing I ever seen in my life, man. I'm gonna try to keep this like under 14 minutes. That's what my iPhone. I don't know, like my YouTube don't seem to let me upload anything above 14 minutes, I think. All right, so this movie was like the most vile thing in the world, man. Like, I'm sitting here watching it, and it's just giving me the goosebumps. Like, it's and I'm barely even watching it. I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at? You know what I mean? Like, I'm still contemplating whether or not I should cuss in these videos, depending on what kind of users I'll get. I know how to talk without cussing, but yeah. Anyways, this movie was so nasty, and we're watching it late at night, and all I'm thinking to myself is, like, I'm wondering what type of presences is she inviting over to her house every night by watching this stuff. And it's like on Netflix or something. She got the little fire stick, like they call it, the little stupid remote control or whatever it is. And That's the thing. A lot of these women will trick your ass, man. They'll make you think that they're so like spiritual, lovey-dovey, like into the stars and the moon and the sun and nature and all that. But what you don't know, in their personal life, they go into a tiny bedroom every night, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or nothing. They go into a tiny bedroom. Most of the time it's tiny just because of all their clutter and stuff everywhere. People like to have clothes here, clothes there, big ass queen size beds. Everybody in America has like a king or a queen bed nowadays. And anyway, they lock themselves in their tiny room, close the door, don't let their kids in or nothing like that, and they sit and they watch these grotesque, movies. Like so it's the same thing like bringing a Ouija board into your home almost, but probably not playing it. I'll say that. Like it's like bringing a Ouija board in, but actually never touching it, but still having that thing around is kind of like creepy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't even want them in their home, let alone opening them up and playing them. I would never like allow that to be in my house, man. Like I said that in my last video, I think. Yeah, I don't ever want to go to someone's house and they got a Ouija board in their home or nothing like that, or I'm probably gonna leave very quickly. But that's just how it is, man. Like you gotta, you have to, how can I say it? Balance out. You have to learn how to balance out the difference between movies and media and other content with your regular life. You'll never get to where you want to be spiritually or mentally or physically, especially physically, if you're sitting back watching like these rated R like horror movies and shit like every night on your couch or in your bedroom, locked up in your bed under your covers. I'm telling you, man. So look out for that. If you ever, if any of you guys are still out there dating and stuff like that, you're trying to find you a woman, watch out for them chicks, man, that got them split personalities and stuff like that. That's where a lot of that comes from. I used to watch horror movies when I was little coming up, just for curiosity and boredom, because there was nothing else. It felt like I was like, if I'm going to watch Hollywood, I might as well watch the craziest stuff, because I heard so much about Hollywood. But anyway, I digress. But basically, yeah, keep a look on that. And the same thing for guys. A lot of men, they like to consume these types of movies and stuff like that. And one of the first signs of it is just being inside their house. When you come over to their house, a lot of these types of dudes don't got much of a tan, kind of like me right now. I don't know, it's June. I haven't really been out lately, but who wants to be out right now? All this COVID stuff and everything. Yeah, that shit makes people not want to really. Anyways, go inside of a man's house when you're starting to date him and see what kind of collections that he has. If he has a collection of like horror movies everywhere, Rob Zombie is one of them. Just any types of Stephen King. If he has like a lot of Stephen King books or movies sitting around, any type of weird novelty collector's items, like, and I'm so comfortable talking about this shit because it don't scare me that bad as it used to. But like, I don't know, it should scare everyone to a certain degree, but you just gotta know the person that you're dealing with. Like, I don't like to give nobody a pass when it comes to these types of things. I'd rather have a collection of books in my home, like really advanced or mature, a mature content selection of literature, things talking about what's going on right now with besides the COVID, but the the racism issue that our world is facing. Like, you know, I'd rather keep a bookshelf with some stuff like that. Maybe some Robert Greene talking about the art of war, 48 Laws of Power. I have 50 Cent's. Wait a minute, did I say 48? No, the fifth. Yeah, 48 Laws of Power. But I have 50 Cent's book, which is, let me just look at it right here. Yeah, the 50th Law. That actually is authored by 50 Cent and Robert Greene. So, you know, if you're into hip hop or whatever, that's some different shit right there too, you know. But just pay attention, man, for people that let spirits around. I didn't get much into detail this video. Looks like I didn't have much time. If I was to get into more detail in my next video, I guess I would talk about the sage burning and things like that, to keep, you know, kind of keep bad spirits away. I don't, you know, some people feel different about sage. Some people feel like it's a authentic, you know, spiritual cleanser. Some people feel as though it actually attracts more spirits or whatever. That's same with meditating. Some people think you meditate, you attract bad spirits, because you're freeing your mind up and you're just letting in, you know, random entities to feed on your mind. I don't necessarily believe that. I think that if the space is right for it, you're around the right people. You know, but it just all depends. I personally don't meditate. I personally, I do a lot of just self-reflecting, self-thinking, you know, talking to God. I had to talk to God today earlier, you know what I'm saying? Talk to Allah about some stuff. You know, you gotta, you know, pray, talk to God, you know, maybe quick prayers before you eat and things like that. I feel like are very good to do, but don't like worry too much about the meditation. It's been corrupt anyway. If some of you all know, those religions came out of the western part of our world, or no, I mean the eastern parts, actually, in Asia, and, you know, over there where it's real hot all the time. Yeah, that's where those religions came from, and then Europeans try to bring it here to North America and try to, you know, perfect on it or whatever. So they don't even teach you, like, if you go into a yoga place, you know, you'll see the whole chakra system on the front of a lot of yoga places, but then when you go inside, they won't talk to you about chakras and teach you about them. They'll just tell you to breathe and do the normal exercises. I've sat outside of them places and watched people go in and then be right back out within like 30 minutes. And I guess that's their daily or their weekly routine, daily, weekly, however often they go. But anyways, yeah, I just kind of wanted to, you know, warn y'all on that. People that watch a lot of horror movies, even action movies, you know, blah, blah, you know, stay away from them people. They're generally negative people, if they don't have some sort of balance during the day. You know, you really get to know a person, the best, I believe, during the day when the sun is still out. Like, that's when you really get to figure a person out. And don't let them hardly ever talk with you or nothing like that neither, because, oh shit, my video's getting done. Maybe I could edit this video or something, but yeah, just going to 14. Don't let a person, when you're talking with them and you're first getting to meet them, don't let a person like steer your ideas around. You know, when you're trying to captivate on a point of yours, don't let them make you forget about what you're gonna say, or make it seem like the subject is unimportant and stuff like that. And you know, it's really important to talk about a lot of issues that people aren't talking about on the daily, right? I mean, you're hearing about it online and all that, but you know, when you're out and about, you never hear people talking about like these very, very deep, interesting subjects. So don't let a person like cut you off and and say, "Oh, we don't have to talk about that. That's a little bit too deep," or and you know and some people are slick about it. They'll laugh it off, and they'll say, "Oh, I don't want to talk about that." Like that's that's deep. Ha ha ha. Like no, it is it's deep because people need to know about it. So yeah, don't let a person just be quiet around you most of the time, or avoid your topics that you find interesting, but they never seem to find interesting, because you won't ever get to know that real person that way. So yeah, just warning you guys on that. So anyway, blessings. Do not be in fear, though. Do not be consumed by fear. Just be aware, be alert, be vigilant. Stay smooth. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.